Welcome back to another small business vlog. I've been away for a long time and I'm back. But I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to be more consistent because I said that before. So today I am going to be meeting up with one of my friends. I have met up with her before in another small business vlog where we go to Starbucks and then we just work simultaneously on our individual businesses. I have a hair care business. She has a skincare business, and we kind of just like encourage each other, talk about our goals and do different things like that. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing today. But we're going to be meeting up at 12. It's 11:12 right now. And I don't know if she's going to be ready to meet at 12. So I'm hungry now. So I'm going to go to My City Nutrition and get a shake and a tea. I go there like once a week or every other week, and they have like these protein shakes and these like teas that give you like energy and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go there and yeah, so and hopefully my friend texts me by the time I'm done like there, and then I can just head there. Oh my gosh, I hate when you're trying to park and people are like waiting for you, but they have so much room to go around you, and it's like, why are you waiting for me? Please just go. Please just go. But yeah, I'm gonna go order my shake and my tea. A huge group of people just walked in there. Huge group of people. So hopefully I can vlog without feeling awkward. But yeah, I'm gonna go in right now. So I just left My City Nutrition and they were on and popping. They were so busy. And usually when I go, the timing that I go ends up being on a time where they're like not in a rush, but I came at the time that they were in a rush. So it took me a while to get my shake and tea, but I got the brownie batter shake and the Skittles tea. Sounds not healthy, but it actually is. Like, doesn't have a lot of grams of sugar, low calorie, high in protein. But I'm at the gas station right now. It's funny because I was texting my friend. We were both running late. We both need gas. We're both like a hot mess, low key. So I'm getting my gas right now, and then I'm gonna go hop on the highway and then meet her at Starbucks. So I just wanted to update the vlog. Yes, yes. So I decided to bring back my duo packs. Can you guys see that? Okay, sorry for the noise. My mom is watching TV. But anyway, so I used to sell these on my website when I used to sell two and give like a really, really good discount. So yeah. This is, I'm adding it to my site. Some of them are sold out because I need to restock the leave-in conditioner. But yeah, so, which I'm doing tomorrow, but I just wanted to update the vlog. So I'm hoping that these do really, really well because I used to have these on my site. Obviously, I still have the option for people to buy stuff individually, but I'm really excited to see how these do. Okay, so I'm home now. I'm in my office. And excuse any background noise. I need to make leave-in conditioner tomorrow. I'm not making any tonight, but I do need to prep my marshmallow root because it takes 6 hours to infuse. So I usually let that infuse overnight while I'm sleeping, and then when I'm in the morning, it'll be time to make the leave-in conditioner. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight, is just like prepping the marshmallow root. So I'm going to be cleaning these mason jars. This is what I put my marshmallow root. So for the batch that I need about 2 mason jars full. And then this is a dirty container from product that I made recently. And yeah, I just need to clean that out. And then, yeah, these are just the pots that I'm going to be using for tomorrow. And I make everything in my office on this table. And then this is like my tabletop burner that I use to like cook everything. So yeah, so I'm gonna go clean everything and then I'll be back. Y'all, remind me to never go out at night again, like to the store, because I just washed all my stuff, and I realized I needed alcohol to disinfect everything, isopropyl alcohol, because the one I had, the cap fell off, and it's been open this whole time for like a week, and I looked it up on ChatGPT, and it was like best to not use it because it could be contaminated. So I'm just gonna toss that, and I needed, brand new one to disinfect all my stuff before I, make product tomorrow. So I got into my car and I was like, let me pray. Like, I felt like I needed to pray, cover with the blood of Jesus before I went to the store. I went to Walgreens because it's not that far from my house. And it was just like very weird vibes, very weird energy. And I'm not going to tell the whole story, but basically, long story short, when I was leaving the store, there was a guy who was outside smoking at like, smoking outside. And he had this really weird cough. Like, he coughed. And then after, it sounded like a hyena laugh. Like, he would cough, like it sounded like a real cough. Then it was like a hyena laugh that would just like come after his cough. And it like reverberated and like echoed. It was very strange. Like, I felt very weird. And then like I had a cart and I was putting everything in my car and I'm trying to bring the cart back. And then the cart was like getting stuck because it had that like sensor where you can't bring it past a certain point. And even though I was trying to bring it back to the store, like, it just kept flipping over and it was just too late, too much weird vibes. But yeah, going to Walgreens at night or to the store at night, like it's almost 10 o'clock, never again, because the devil is a lie. So anyway, let me just get on to making my product. Okay, so good morning. So it is about 8:40 in the morning on a Sunday, and I need to go to Walgreens again because I totally forgot that I was running low on glycerin and I do not have enough, not even for one batch. So they have some in stock. Obviously it's way more expensive than what I pay when I buy it in bulk, but at the end of the day, this is the cost of not doing an inventory check before you start making a batch. I usually takes me forever to run out of glycerin, so I think this is just one of those ingredients that I didn't think that was gonna run out, because I think what happened was the last time I made this product, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna run out for a few months, so I'll just buy it in a few months. But I should have just bought it then. But yeah, you live and you learn, and yeah, so I need to go there now. And then yesterday I also got some distilled water because yeah, I didn't have distilled water either. See, it's like crazy how I'm prepared, like learning things today, and I'm rushing around. It's Easter. I actually feel like so guilty that I'm working on Easter, but it's 8:40. I want to be like pretty much done by like 10, and then I'll watch my church service online. And then once it's just like heated, the oil and water phase are heated and intertwined, then you kind of just let it sit for hours and hours on end, and you don't really have to do anything until it's cooled. So once I get to that phase, like, I'll be good. So I really don't have much to do. It's just the measuring part that kind of is tedious, because you have to disinfect like all the beakers and all that stuff and measure everything. So that's kind of why it's kind of annoying right now. But yeah, they only have 2 and I need 4 to make what I'm trying to, like, the quantity of that I'm trying to make today. And honestly, like, they have it at other stores, but I really just don't feel like doing all that today. So you know what I think I'm going to do is just make 20. Like, I'm just going to make 20, and then I'll order the glycerin in bulk on Amazon, and then not this week and coming up, because I have a launch for my conditioner. My Rosemary Mint Conditioner launches for pre-orders May 1st. So I'm going to be really, really busy making that product this weekend. And then the weekend after, I will dedicate that weekend to making leave-in. So yeah, but 20 is more than enough. Honestly, I rarely ever make 40 in one day unless it's like a pop-up. Like I have a pop-up coming up, I'll do that. But I think 20 is just like a safe amount. I don't want to overwhelm myself, because whenever I have a huge bulk batch to make in one day, I do get kind of stressed because it's a lot of ingredients and you don't want to mess up. And when it's a lot of money on the line, and so I get kind of stressed when I have huge batches to make. So honestly, 20 is like safe and comfortable for me. So I'm just gonna do that, and that should be good. Like I will be good. So I'm gonna go home. They have the glycerin. This is not the brand I usually get, but it will work. This has happened to me before where I had to come here and use this glycerin before in my products. So honestly, it says 100% and it's fine, but I will order my glycerin online, and I need to really like be on top of myself, like check my inventory. But yeah, so I'm gonna go home, make this batch, get my life together, and then yeah, I'll just keep you guys posted. Guess what? I'm back in my car again, and I need to go to Walmart now. Like I can't believe how like disorganized I am. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go to Walmart. I need grapeseed oil, olive oil. Lord, this is a chaotic vlog. Don't be like me. Usually I have everything. This hasn't happened to me before where I have to keep running out. It's been years, but there's nothing else for me to say at this point. This angle is probably very unflattering, but it's fine. So I feel re-inspired to start doing vendor markets. So I don't know if I ever talked about it on my channel, but basically I always would say, you know, I hate events. I feel like they were a waste of time. Like there's so much work, so much energy. So basically I just felt like they were like a lot of work, a lot of energy, and I just felt like the return on investment wasn't worth it, because there would be certain events that I would pay $50 to be there, and then I would leave that day making zero. But there would be some events where I would make, you know, on average $300, and I think I was just getting a little bit like discouraged, because I'm like, oh, I'm standing here for 4 hours making $300, or sometimes it was more than 4 hours, and it just felt like for the amount of energy that it would take to stand there for that amount of time. And also I was always doing it mainly by myself. Like I would get help like loading and unloading, but it was rare when I had help like cashing out, or, you know, I was doing like the bulk of it on my own. Like I'm the one making, labeling, product, packaging, doing everything that you would think goes into it. And it was just very draining, and I felt very burnt out. And I think like, I had high expectations for like what I would make, and I know people who every single vendor market they go to, they're making $1,000 minimum. And so I think I knew that my experience at these events were very, very different than a lot of people's. Not a lot of people's, but some people's. And so for me, that was kind of discouraging. And there's a lot of other factors that to why I decided to take a break from it. Anyway, I don't want to be so negative. But anyway, so me and my friend, we went to the Starbucks meeting yesterday, and I was telling her, I was like, I think we need to start doing pop-ups again, because honestly, like what pop-ups in the moment, you are going to make sales, but a lot of those people do end up, a good amount of those people will come back and repurchase from you. And even the people who grab a card and you're like, oh, they're probably not going to buy, a lot of them do. And so like, for example, I went to this pop-up in Rhode Island, because I live in Massachusetts, and Rhode Island is like 30 minutes away from me. And the event cost like $250 to be there. And I had just made back my $250 just at the last second, right before the event ended. And to me, I was like, oh, that event is not worth it. Like and it was very, very hot. And like, it was a very, very, so my, camera died. So the rest of this vlog is going to be on my phone. Actually, it didn't die. Like the SD card, is full. So the rest of this vlog is going to be on my phone. But basically what I was trying to say is that it was just very, very hot there. And I personally wouldn't have even made it through the pop-up if it wasn't for my cousin. Like physically, like I felt like I was bordering a heat stroke, but my cousin had like so much water and ice and different things like that. If it wasn't for her being right next to me, like I genuinely think I would have had to either leave like in an ambulance, or I would have had to physically pack up, and I would, without having made any money. But anyway, I'm chatting. But anything, I say that all to say, there was a lot of people who had walked by, who looked and grabbed a card, but didn't buy. But I did notice that months and months down the line, I was noticing a good amount of orders on my website from the Rhode Island area. And I know that it was because of that event. So sometimes you're not going to see the money right up front, but over time on your website, like you will see it and it will be worth it. So even though I only made the exact amount it cost me to be there, like I did profit in terms of like the people who ended up coming to my website after the fact. So basically I'm warming up more to pop-ups and the idea, because it is almost May and pop-up season is coming up, and I'm like, you know what, girl, like you need to be out there and people need to see you. People haven't seen you since 2023 because you took off all of 2024. Like we're in 2025, girl. Like you don't want people to forget about you. And I was looking at my numbers, and like the majority of places I ship to is this state. So I don't want to lose out on my customer base, but I also want to get more customers in this state. So that's pretty much all I'm trying to say, is even though like I'm going to try to go into this pop-up season not really thinking about the money that I make that day, and more on the return after the fact, like, you know what I mean? Maybe months and months down the line. And because when I was doing a lot of pop-ups, I feel like sometimes I would be at a pop-up, someone would grab a card, and later that night I'd get a sale. So it's like, you are putting yourself in front of like a lot more people. Okay, so I just made the leave-in. This is about 20 of them. So I have like this bowl and my machine to clean off, and I just decided that I'm going to end off today's vlog. I do have some cleaning that I need to do, so I'm just going to clean this machine and everything like that, and then I'm just going to start a new vlog tomorrow labeling the product and then continuing with entrepreneurial stuff. So if you really enjoyed this vlog, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And be sure to check out my website. I'll leave it linked below to check out my hair care products, and stay tuned for May 1st, because that is when I am releasing the Rosemary and Mint Rinse-Out Conditioner. So this is the strengthening shampoo, and then the conditioner will be releasing on May 1st for pre-order. So there will be limited slots for the pre-order, and then the official launch is June 1st. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.